about it all, I suppose?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I've thought about for a long time. It's not a decision I've made, in the last couple of weeks. It's nice to have a bit of clarity, and I guess first and foremost, it's nice to finish on your own terms. A lot of professional athletes don't get to go out on their own terms. Been in constant communication with Brian Stronach. Had a chat to Steady last week. I think it's just the right time for me. It's the right time for my family. But at the same time, I've still got some cricket to play. It's in the ideal world, I would have just played and told it at the end. But at this level, you can't do that. I'm really excited for this whole summer, but at the time, excited for the future that holds after cricket as well.
Why after the Bangladesh series, I suppose not try and wait until at least having cricket in South Africa or leaving?
Yeah, I mean that probably a big thing that's been going through my mind over the last couple of weeks. The Australian series is really close, and with the quarantine and whatnot, and coming back, it's probably going to be two sides that go over to Australia, and then the Test side will stay behind. I think we haven't played a lot of one-day cricket over the last. I think I played 4 or 5 ODIs since the World Cup final. We won't talk about that. Yeah, I think going over and playing a few more one days to finish my career, it's probably my best format. That's what made the decision for me a lot easier. It would have been nice to have played against South Africa, but Australia is a place that I've always enjoyed going and playing at, and finishing my career playing one day cricket, which is probably my best format.
How are the emotions? Is this an emotional day, or will it become more so once you have played your last game? Yeah,
I think it is obviously an emotional time, but it's a time to be thankful to everyone as well. I get to say thanks, and they do to me. But yeah, I mean, not a bad place to play cricket. Just cricket, I was probably happy to have played one game. So to have played 110 or so, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at.
Was it nice to have the farewell tour? Is it comfortable?
Yeah, it doesn't sit that well with me, but I know it needs to be done. As I said before, I would have liked to have just pulled the stumps, but at the same time, it gives my family and friends and the fans an opportunity to come and watch me for one last time.
Is there one ground that you did want to?
I still feel like I want to play at the Basin and Pukekura Park before I retire. Yeah, I mean, Hagley Park against Bangladesh. As I said, I think after my first Test series, I thought that was me done. So I've done all right since then.
Obviously, the reflection will come towards the end of the season. But what are you most proud of? Most Test matches, most ODIs, catches, matches, match winning performances. As a cricketer, as a man, what are you most proud of?
Good question. I thought of most things. What I was going to get asked today. I think turning myself into a Test player. I think I was pretty raw. I always thought I could play one-day cricket. I wasn't a handy on whether I'd be a good Test player or not, but I worked hard at that. And yeah, I think that's probably my biggest goal. Not goal, but achievement. Because I mean, I could have just smacked it an average 30 odd, but I changed my game for the team, and I think that being able to do that, not many people would have been able to, move their game in that direction. I'm happy I made that decision a few years ago.
You mentioned before you talked to Gary. Who else do you talk to when making business?
Sometimes you talk to too many people. They all come up with different. They all come up with different ideas and what you should do. But no, I mean, I've been influenced by a lot of people over my career, family, coaches, and friends. So, as I said, they all had slightly different views on things, but ultimately you got to make the decision yourself, and that's, I guess, as I said before, not many players get the opportunity to finish on their own terms, and it's nice for me to be able to do that.
One man I'm sure you would have loved to have talked to with this decision was Marty. What do you think he would say?
Yeah, I did think of that before. I'm not a handy, what he would have said, but I think he would have respected my decision. Once again, he would have just added another layer to the other people who were giving me advice at the time. But I'm sure he's looking down proud of what I've achieved so far.
About when you were making this decision?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I'm sure he'd be proud.
Is there a highlight? Is there an innings or a match or anything that really stands out when you? I mean, I'm sure over the past few weeks you looked back at your career and thought about anything that stands out. Is there
an innings?
particular innings or game that sticks in your head?
I think because it was recent, I hitting the runs to win the World Cup probably comes to mind. I think I never thought I'd get to play in another World Cup final, to hit the winning runs, be there with Kane, and to win our first World Cup. I think that was pretty cool. Other ones, I don't know. I think, you know, when you retire and you talk to a lot of other past players, the things that they remember most is not necessarily the individual wins. It's a team wins. I think of Hobart. You know, there's been a lot of team victories that I think will stick in my memory for a long period of time. World Cup final, even some, you know, draws that have been fantastic. That feel like a win.
What was the team reaction like? Taking the top.
Yeah, I seen the boys have been pretty good. I think. Yeah, I guess it's a bit strange being on this side of it when you've had other players along the years retire. But no, they've been really good. And I'm sure once we get into game training, the emotions of all that stuff will come about. And you know, hopefully we can start off with a win and get our first win in the World Chess Championship.
Last couple of guys.
For a while, you've said that you maybe wanted to try and get to the 23 World Cup. Maybe it's World Cup, I get confused. Let's say for whatever reason they need you.
If I'm still playing cricket, I'm 100%. If your country needs you and I'm still playing cricket and still good enough, and you know all that other stuff came about, then definitely would make myself available. But as I said, I'm not retiring from cricket. I'm still going to be playing domestic cricket hopefully for CD and around leagues around the world and county cricket and whatnot. So if they did need me, then of course.
Was there a possibility of you giving up one form of the game?
I've always said to myself, I try and play all formats of the game. I think COVID makes things a lot harder as well. You just need to, I suppose, the older you get, the more you need to play cricket, I feel. And I think you need to try and play all formats as much as you can to try and, you know, if you're just playing one form of the game, it's probably not getting as much cricket as you need. So it is possible, but, you know, everyone's slightly different.
All good. I think we're all good online as well, Ross. So thank
All
you
good.
very much. Good job.